Hi, I am Professor Calico Vargas and the MSW Field Coordinator at CSUP. I wanted to put this video together for our field instructors who give supervision to our social work students in the MSW program. And I'm hoping that this can be something that you can both learn from and then refer back to as needed as you're getting started with Tevera, which is the software program we use for everything field. So I'm going to share my screen with you and just start by showing you the ease of actually getting into Tevera. It happens by going to our field practicum page, but if I backtrack, you can see I can start from just a home page for CSUP. I'm going to move this out of the way. And if I wanted to do a search, I would put in social work right here at the top and then search, and you will see social work CSUP right here. We'll get into the field practicum on our social work page. And then down, if you scroll, it gives you information about our admission requirements, our coordinators, next steps. Here's the link to Tevera at the bottom. And we also have our field placement documents down here, which would include our MSW field manual, and we'll soon include also our field orientation for the MSW program. But I'm going to click on Tevera's link, and then we're going to go in, and what you would do here at this point is put in your email address, and then below the password and login. And I must have done something wrong. Maybe it's the number 1. Okay. And then it's going to take you to your location, and we are going, I think, for United States. This is my first time in the program as a field instructor, so apologies if I'm going a little slow for any of you who've done this before. I wonder if we can type in. Nope. All right. Oh, there it is. I passed it up right at the beginning. United States. And then, of course, we're coming to you from the great state of Colorado. Submit. And then it's going to tell me what's new, the terms and conditions. I'll go through, read all of this information just so that you have the information. Scroll. And we are going to get down to the bottom where you're going to click I have read and agree to the privacy policy terms and conditions after reading it, hopefully, and then I accept. And it's going to open up to Tevera. So what's really cool here is you can see you can do emails on Tevera, but over here is the little 4 page. It's actually giving you a tutorial section, so you can go and learn various things through video and reading about Tevera and how it works. Anytime you click on something and you want it to close back up, you're just going to re-click on what you have already clicked on. Okay. Back to the home screen here, program tasks. If there are any tasks that are waiting for me to sign as a field instructor, that's where I can find them. You could also find them up here in your emails. Records. This is going to give me access to anything of my students. So as we begin this semester, the first thing that the students need to do is get working on timesheets and learning plans. The timesheets get turned in weekly, and they should be experiencing something within, various realms on the timesheets for the competencies. We don't want them to focus just on one thing, but to spread it up and around. And if they have trouble seeing how they're using skills in different areas, we would appreciate your instruction there with them on that and your supervision and help. But outside of that, right now we currently also have safety plans, which is kind of a preparation in case something happens with COVID or another disaster or crisis. And then we have a learning plan. And this learning plan is something at this point that the student is going to be responsible for. Um, you'll have their name and everything. Here you go. So make ethical decisions by applying the standards of MSW code of ethics, et cetera, et cetera. Then they're going to explain the laws and how they relate to the placement. So this is just an example. And this is an area where once you click next, it goes, further down into competency 2, into competency 3, competency 4, breaks it all the way down with all of our 9 competencies. 8, 9, and here is where you sign. So the student will have to sign the form first, letting you know that they're done. Then the field instructor would sign. Then the faculty or liaison would sign. And once that happens, this document is going to go and turn into the final learning plan or final evaluation learning plan. That will mean that the students are requiring more writing from you on it. We went to here in that document. I don't think we have it in here, but it might come up later. But in the final plan, you're going to be more active in the role of writing in each of the boxes beside the students' activities to kind of comment and let us know from your perspective what that looked like, how it happened, whether it was, useful, and how it impacted their education in the field. So that is all found in records, any of these kinds of things that you want to do. Timesheets should also be found there. Again, tasks, okay? Clinical trainee tasks. This might be mailed to you from a student or from me or Professor Gonzalez in the BSW program. I know that we try to keep current resumes in here and agency information in here. So we might email you a task through Tevera asking you to complete those. Then the field instructor, let's see here. Again, field instructor tasks. So then we have the student tasks, and you will find everything student in this area. So that's the home page, a little bit of a tour. Next, right here is, again, another way to access tutorials. This is another way to access your tasks. Let's see, you can have a drop-down menu and almost any box in Tevera to select from. And then the program tasks and files, okay? So back up here to your mail, you can view all and whatever you have in there for you, most likely from your students or from us, will be here. You can see your sent, your drafts, your archived. Very, very relatable, just like a regular email box. So here, if you want to compose a message, you're going to do the message box and it'll give you an area. You can also attach documents. If you are going to compose a note, this is what your screen will look like. And again, you can attach. If you would like to compose a task, you can actually send documents and existing records this way. So, and again, there's the send button at the bottom of each of these, discard. So I hope that this was helpful. Again, I want to just recap a little bit. Let me stop sharing my screen. Whoops. Okay. In our classes, we first focus on getting timesheets, learning plans, and safety plans in place. So those will be the first tasks that your students are asking you to collaborate with them on. And we really would like to have the timesheets started right away, first week. We would like to have the learning plan and the safety plan within the first few weeks of the program, for sure. And again, professors may have different timelines for these assignments. Around week 7, you will find a midterm evaluation, and that is very similar and easy like the learning plan is. You will kind of note a few comments. After the student notes their comments, they will grade themselves on a scale, and then you will grade them on a scale. And then at some point in the first 5 weeks of the course, no later than 5 weeks, we want to have a site visit with you. So at around 1 to 5 weeks, plan on please either by Zoom or in person meeting face to face with your field liaison, which is the person teaching the field class from the university, and your student that you're supervising. That the student is responsible for getting that set up. So that's one thing that we're doing in the first part of the semester. Then comes the midterm around week 7, which is evaluated through Tevera. Pretty simple, pretty short. Then there's going to be another check-in from your supervisor, and not your supervisor, your field liaison, your class teacher. And that might be an email, it might be a phone call. If there's anything going on that you feel is problematic or something that needs more discussion, it can be in person or on Zoom. And then you will continue with the timesheets until the end when that final learning evaluation plan comes up again. And that has to be turned in for part of their grade. We would love this document to be thorough, to have a lot of information written from you as well as the student, so that we can actually feel like we've seen and been a part of what has happened in their field placement. This document is also something looked at by CSWE, so a very important document. I just want to say we appreciate you so much. We thank you so much for taking your time and your energy and your education and resources and helping to build our students up. We know they appreciate you, and we just really want to let you know that it does not go unnoticed, and we are grateful for you. We hope you have a wonderful semester. If you have any questions for the MSW program, please contact me, Calico Vargas again, and it's calico.vargas, and you should hopefully be hearing from me soon if you haven't already, and at csupueblo.edu. And I also, in my emails, make available my phone number. So please just let us know how we can help. We are looking forward to a successful and fun semester.